want to gain or win in council is my brother back. Because the whole point that we're here is because we're beefing. Dog, I don't want to beef with you. I have no malice in my heart for you. I don't want revenge. I don't feel slighted. Even if you offended me, I don't want to hurt you. I'm trying to just make sure that I or you don't get to a point where we hurt each other. I genuinely just want to be back in a space where we're laughing and talking about growing greens and doing shit with the Akyum and getting food together and chilling. I'm trying to get back there with you. I'm not here to weaponize counsel. I'm not trying to use the generals like a scorned woman uses 911 against you. I want us to fix the bond. I want to gain my brother. That's why I'm going to council. Because I can't gain you alone. Help me gain this brother back. If you're going to council for any other reason, now you lose. The only thing I want to gain or win in council is my brother back. Because the whole point that we're here is because we're beefing. Dog, I don't want to beef with you. I have no malice in my heart for you. I don't want revenge. I don't feel slighted. Even if you offended me, I don't want to hurt you. I'm trying to just make sure that I or you don't get to a point where we hurt each other. I genuinely just want to be back in a space where we're laughing and talking about growing greens and doing shit with the Akyum.
Yeah, I mean, you should want to be a Mexican. You trying to hate Mexicans. You should want to be a Mexican. You should want to be a Guatemalan. You should want to be a Puerto Rican. That Christ died for. Right. John 3:16. Yeah, I mean, you should want to be a Mexican. You trying to hate Mexicans.
I'd rather stay alone if it works.
Vengeance to the Lord and the Most High Power, Yahweh in the Hebrew, is going to execute vengeance for blacks, Latinos, and neighbors. That's right. Vengeance upon man. Vengeance upon the East Indian man. Vengeance upon the Chinese, the Japanese, the Arab, and the African man. This kingdom that was built upon the suffering of the Lord's people will know bloodshed. That's right. Bloodshed is what you will learn for the suffering of the Latinos, man. Right. Bloodshed is what you will learn for the suffering of the North Americans. We will bind your kings with chains. That's right. The rulers of all you great and unclean, filthy heathens, man. Right. Your rulers, your powerful rulers and governments will be in chains. You will be in chains and you will serve the Lord's people, man.
A sword is sent upon you.
On what?
A sword is sent upon you.
A sword is sent upon you and your sons and daughters, man. You heathens have run amok for long enough. And this time of war will come and you will find the sword. You will find the death that you cannot be delivered from.
Verse 7, may one turn again the arrow that is shot.
When you shoot an arrow, you can't take it back. When you shoot a bullet, you can't take it back. When you launch that missile, you can't take it back. Right. You will only endure and be consumed by it, man. When them missiles are launched, you will only be consumed by them. Right. This kingdom is brought to rubble.
For the strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Mm-hmm. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Mm-hmm. And he shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Listen, man, the arrow that he's talking about is a missile, man. Once you press that button and that nuclear missile hits, listen, to the corners of the world, all you nations will know judgment, man. All you nations will bow and bend the knee and serve the sons and daughters of Yasha Allah, man. All of you will learn that the Most High loves blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Vengeance is the Lord, and the Most High power, Yahweh in the Hebrew, is going to execute vengeance for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Vengeance upon this earth. Vengeance upon the white man. Vengeance upon the East Indian man. Vengeance upon the Chinese, the Japanese, the Arab, and the African man. This kingdom that was built upon the suffering of the Lord's people will know bloodshed.
That's right.
Bloodshed is what you will learn for the suffering of the Latinos, man.
Right.
Bloodshed is what you will learn for the suffering of the North American. We will bind your kings with chains.
The only thing I want to gain or win in council.
But America is coming to an end. All of what we've endured in
Good to go. All right, Most High Christ. All right, this is the Monday scripture breakdown class in San Antonio. Most High Christ. Any questions in the room before we get to the topic? Because y'all know exactly I'm gonna have to talk about this hoe. Excuse me, this 304. I'd be so disconnected because I would have came in here and I would have taught about the chariots or something interesting. Instead, I got to talk about Meg the Stallion's love life. Hmm? What's up?
It's like it, sir. Can I get an understanding on Luke chapter 14? Let me pull it up real quick. It's Luke chapter 14, and hold on, let me pull it up real quick. And verse 15. No, Slakia. Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where it starts. It said, then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many. Verse 17. And sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. Verse 18. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs to go see it. I pray thee, have me excused. Verse 19. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused. Verse 20. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. Verse 21. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. Verse 22. And the servant said, Lord, it is done, and thou hast as thou commanded, and yet there is room. Verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Verse 24. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bidden shall taste my supper. It's like you, sir. I have a confusion right here on verse 24. So is he talking about we're bidden not the lame, right? Not the poor, but the people that the brothers that he invited before, right?
Mhm.
I need clarification on this.
Oh, I thought there was more to the question. Um, those that are bidden is who he invited initially. All those that were making an excuse. Now, who is this?
So, like you, sir, if I may, I believe this is Christ, right? That is
Christ
it's
is
a,
inviting. Who's he inviting?
he's inviting if I'm not mistaken, he's inviting the the Jews that knew there were Jews that still practice, the customs of their forefathers.
So is the people that ended up showing up, are they not Jews?
They are, sir, but like they're the lowly, like the second
That's what
class.
you need. So the people that you would think, you understand, would show up, don't. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, all right. Think about people who are okay. Who do you think? Name somebody that you believe is formidable in something or extremely capable.
Formidable, like has like a high reputation in society. I would say like TD Jakes,
Okay, that's a good one.
Creflo Dollar.
Okay, those are great
Like,
ones.
he
Who
was
else?
even in that rap video with Ludacris.
Who else?
I would say of Israel.
I mean, who are we talking about?
We're talking about Israel. Come on,
TD
sir.
Jakes is an Israelite, right?
Come on, sir.
Creflo Dollar is an Israelite, right?
Come on, sir. George Lopez, Oprah Winfrey.
You understand? So when you look at all these people, these are capable people inside of society. You understand? What about doctors? What about lawyers? You know what I'm saying? Like surgeons, brain surgeons, heart surgeons, that aristocracy of our people. People with type A personalities, like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? These are all capable people. You know what I mean? Like who gets invited to the White House?
The
The
champions
upper
of
echelons,
right.
the champions of sports teams, all that. Now imagine you invite them to your banquet and they got excuses and they don't show up. You understand? This is basically like the people that you would think should get the kingdom. The people that you think should run this world. The people that are in these extreme positions. They don't want the job. They don't want to show up to the party. They don't want to come to the wedding. They don't want a piece of this. They'd rather go, oh, I bought my land. I got this to do. They're embedded in their own desires and their own will to be able to take time out their day to come to something else that's scheduled. What do we always say? Come to class. Like, you know what you have to do to be in class at this time? You understand? Like you gotta schedule this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take time out. It's an inconvenience. That's why that's why, you know what I'm saying, fake Israelites love Clubhouse so much. Now I go on Clubhouse to hang out, but I'm in class. I'm at camp. People want a digital congregation because you could just bloop. Yeah. Cut that, Christian. Yeah. See how convenient that is? That's convenience. That's not work. People don't love the truth. They love knowledge. They like knowing more than someone else. They like knowing something that other people don't know. And they like getting puffed up by it. So and they're unseasoned. So they weaponize the truth. You understand? Like it's like the truth. Okay. We're not supposed to just go on the corner. You know, it was so funny because I was talking to General Q the other day, and he said something that was so right in the spirit, man. Like, because we were talking about the Muslim food truck, and I'm like, sir, we could just go out there and slam the Quran every week. And he's like, but we got to do some teaching. And I said, Khan. Because we're not shit starters of the faith. We're defenders of the faith. See, we just so happen to be teaching, and people are offended by the doctrine. And because they're offended by the doctrine, we now have to defend the faith because they say Jesus Christ isn't black. And we say Jesus Christ is black. We say you could have multiple wives. You understand? Dumb bitches in the world. You understand? Want to love monogamy and the white man system and all that shit. These are the facts. So now what happens is these people care more about the world than Christ inviting them to the kingdom. So now who gets called?
The poor, sir.
Who else? Was it just the poor?
The main, like the sick.
Who else?
And
the have-nots.
right.
This is who gets called. The broken, not the whole, because the whole have no need for a physician. The broken get called. I don't think I've ever met somebody in the truth who didn't feel like a black sheep. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if you were popular or popular or something like that in certain circles, you felt like you didn't belong there. You feel like you were the black sheep of your family, like you were misunderstood, like there was always something missing. It's damn near like you found the truth and you found out you were homesick for a place you didn't know existed. You get what I'm saying? Because this is where we belong. You know what I'm saying? And you got to realize something else too. Think about all the failures you had in the world. Think about all the poor decisions you made. Think about all the things that you did in life, right? And they didn't work out. Now think about how many things you've succeeded at since coming in the truth. And the reason being is because you were never supposed to be in the world anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't supposed to be there. The Lord didn't want us for that. It wasn't supposed to work out. When things don't work out for you, it's like if you come in the truth and lose everything on a long enough timeline, you'll realize that the Lord was taking distractions away from you, things that you would have held on to, things that you wouldn't have been able to change. You never would have got out of your comfort zone if they would have still been there. So the Lord had to remove all those things for you to become who you needed to become to set everything back in order. This is why you get rejected by your family. This is why you lose jobs and apartments. And you know what I'm saying? I told you, I slept in my car my first 90 days in the truth, in and out of places. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the Lord was showing me none of that matters. Focus on this. But how could you focus on that if you have it? If it's not slipping from your hands, if it's not rejecting you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so in that process of us being broken by the world, it's like you got to look at it like, how many sons did Jesse have?
It's like, sir, I think he's had 4.
I think so. Damn near 7. Who got left home?
Who got left home?
Yeah.
It's like Sir David.
And who's David?
King David.
The one that the Lord chose. Now, you see that David was overlooked. David was, watch the sheep. We got business to go. Right. You understand? Those other brothers looked strong, looked formidable. You understand? Looked the part. But who did the Lord choose? If at that time, right, when we were supposed to fight Goliath, if Israel's greatest formidable and famous warrior would have slew Goliath, what would have been so amazing about it? It's damn near like it's supposed to happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? But this young boy who got left home, who they didn't think was a killer, he busted him upside the head with a rock from a slingshot. Cut his head off with Shamgar. You understand? The sword of the giant, the sword that slayed the giant, the Philistine killer. Cut his head off with his own sword. You have to say, blessed be the Lord. you have to say Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. You have to say Kodash, 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 Shamka Yahweh. Because you have to know it's the Lord.
Right.
Because without it, how could that young boy kill this cat that all Israel was afraid of? That David said, we need to take away the reproach of Israel. Israel's being put to shame right now. Ain't none of y'all got the heart to go out and face this uncircumcised Philistine? It's like Moses had a speech impediment. He didn't think he was capable. Like, the Lord is going to call somebody, because otherwise, you know what the problem is? We'll think it's us. And that's why Moses didn't get into the promised land. On a long enough timeline, Moses thought it was him. People think it's because he struck the rock twice. It's not because he struck the rock twice. It's because he said, must we go do this thing for you? It was never him. It was never about him. He got sent to do the job. Like, that's why, like, people say, oh, this, that, man, everything I do, I say it's the Lord. Most High in Christ. The Lord did this. The Lord did that. Because there's nothing I'm doing. You even if I made it personal, you think I wanted to grow plants? I wanted to grow some different type of plants. Those is the plants I wanted to grow. That was my plan. Kid you not. You know what I'm saying? I literally wanted to go to school for agriculture, farming, and botany to get a license to grow for the government. I had an uncle talk me out of it. Do you know what that uncle does today? He owns dispensaries, and he has a $5 million house with a pool on the roof. And I think he owes me some money, but that's another story. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, I did not think I was going to be growing tiny plants to feed our people. You get what I'm saying? I did not think I would be on the corner, you know what I'm saying, battling, calling the white man the devil. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, think I would be eating Wagyu steak in Vegas with Capt.10000 Chaataza. You understand? One of the most famous Negroes in the world. You know what I'm saying? After we just, you know what I'm saying, beat the brakes off of some Christians, Catholics, we're all the same, whatever, pagans.
Right.
I didn't think that. That's all the Lord.
Right.
The Lord put us in that position. The Most High did all this for us. Because otherwise, I'd be overlooked. Otherwise, I'd be too slow, too short, too weak, too this, too that. You know what I'm saying? Hair's two-tone. Why is my beard red and my hair brown? I'd be overlooked. I'd be an outcast. You know what I'm saying? Go around Latinos, it's gringo. Go around white people, it's Negro. So where the hell do I belong? Here. You understand? So since those people, the Pharisees, the scribes, the pastors, the bishops, the deacons, the lawyers, the doctors, since they rejected this, the Lord went and found people to heal, to bring to his banquet. And this is who is, read verse 15.
Luke chapter 14, verse 15. And when one of them that sat at meat with him heard these things, he said unto him, blessed is he that shall eat bread in the kingdom of God.
Blessed is who?
Blessed is he that shall eat bread in the kingdom of the Most High.
And now that we got the opportunity to be invited to the wedding, to the banquet, we better not fumble. Because I don't know about you, I want to eat bread in the kingdom. I want to do more than eat bread in the kingdom. I want to be in the council. I want to sit in the room where Yahweh Shah at having counsel with the 12 and the elders. I ain't got to be one of the 12. I just want to be in the room. I just want to hear what's happening. I just want to be a part of it. I just want to be there. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you got to work. You know what I'm saying? You got to work, and you got to believe that the Lord is going to be with you and everything, and you got to know that it was him when you get it done right. Because outside of this, what would we have been? An electrician? Whoop-de-doo. A welder? What? I'm a priest and captain in the military of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing greater than that. While everybody else, while all these people, like you understand, like LeBron James got millions of dollars and he's afraid of Amalek. You understand? Like, these cats who fought to get in that position are so like mortified, horrified, terrified to lose it. And we go out there every single week and say the white man is the devil. To the point where, I mean, give this a hand. You know what I'm saying? Like Capt.10000 Chaataza, you know what I'm saying? Quarter zip. You know what I'm saying? Captain quarter zip. You know what I'm saying? Zip them up. You know what I'm saying? The restrained. You know what I'm saying? Some devils got them. You know what I'm saying? Kissing the concrete, and that's the beauty of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where the cops came and took the white men.
Right.
Y'all better know who the Lord's with.
Yeah, right.
Y'all better understand that only happens when God is involved. Because without God, you know what happens? The police pull up and blow your brains out for boiling water. You understand? The police pull up and blow your children's brains out for playing with a squirt gun. That's what happens when the Lord isn't with you. But when the Lord's with you, you could yoke up white men, make them eat dirt, lick the dust off your boots. You understand? And then pack them up and throw them in a paddy wagon. Off they go. And guess what? And the beat goes on. The camp speaking keeps going. And they keep blazing. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah by Shem Yahweh Shah.
The water, sir.
I on the ball. Any other questions? We'll get another one in. Then I got to talk about this 304.
It's like, I'm gonna get the scripture real quick.
Yeah, take your time. We got an hour and a half left.
Right.
I'm messing with you.
So I had a question on Genesis 2 and 21. With the Lord causing Adam to go into a deep sleep. It's like it's a whole thing. So it says Genesis 2 and 21 says, and the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam. Oh, it's like no, it's like hold on, wrong one. Hold on. It was Abraham. Hold on.
You talking about Adam?
Abraham. It was in Genesis. My bad. It's like Genesis 15 and 12.
15.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 12. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abraham, and lo, an horror of great darkness fell upon him. Verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them for 400 years. Verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. My question was like, it's like substance. Because my question was like, like because Adam doing what he had did and coming back in this whole breakdown on it, but coming back and defeating pretty much the death pretty much, or the great red dragon. My question was, so since Adam had did this, was it everything already planned out pretty much?
But what does Adam have to do with why you read Abraham?
So I got the breakdown.
You got dots that I need connected.
So if like it's in John, I believe. Because Adam doing what he did, he caused darkness to come into the earth, or like it was a breakdown from the John Hyman, but like he caused darkness to come into the earth. I was wondering like in how when Christ died on the cross, he said, "Forgive them, for they not know what they do."
Okay, but what does this have to do with Abraham?
Because he got the vision of us going into captivity. Pretty much, he was seeing what's happening today. So this was pretty much already planned out.
This wasn't for today. This was ancient Egypt.
Come on. Okay, come on. So this was ancient Egypt.
We went into ancient Egypt for approximately 430 years. While we were in ancient Egypt, remember when we served them, and then the Lord judged the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? And then we left with great substance. Remember, the Egyptians would just giving them jewels and all that. Go. You know what I'm saying? And we left with so much gold, they built the golden calf.
Okay. No, that was it. That was my break. Oh, I needed help on that.
But but you got hold on. We got to clear some things up. We got, you know what I'm saying? You got some extra tabs open on this.
Like my bad.
We got to clear your cachet. What's so now that you know that this got to do with ancient Egypt, what's the connection you're trying to make with Adam and Yahushua?
So, because Adam, I got the breakdown that Adam, he came and defeated the darkness. The only thing that actually came and made him bold was
where does it say he defeated darkness?
Not darkness, like it, death.
Okay.
He defeated death, pretty much, which death was brought into the world through, which was the little serpent. I'm blank. I don't know why I'm going blank. But,
okay, but how was death brought? I need to get you to understand. I want to make sure you understand. How was death brought into the world?
By Adam going and sinning against the Lord.
But okay, does that mean that if Adam didn't sin, he never was going to give up the ghost and die?
Oh, la.
So what death was brought in?
Pretty much sin, or would you say sin, or like the spirit of?
Okay, sin is an action, but we're talking about death.
Pretty much not
Give
having.
him a second.
Not having the spirit of the Lord, like the culture of the Lord. Pretty much death just being kind of like how everybody else was in a low state.
That's a part of it, but that's not the death part.
Come on.
Because there's literal death all around us.
Come on.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a call the other day, kid I grew up with, you know what I'm saying, stroked out. He's about to die. Listen, I talked to this kid I grew up with, and he's a grown man now, you know what I'm saying? But we were kids together, and I haven't, people I've just, fallen away from, you know what I'm saying, haven't talked to in a very long time. So we had this, reminiscent conversation, and I said, yo, what happened to such and such? Oh, he's dead. What happened to this cat? Oh, he locked up. What happened to this cat? Oh, man, I was working on the train yard, and we got this report, and somebody was trying to break into the office. I go over there, it's Ralph. And everybody looking at me like they're crazy because they're like, why this homeless man who trying to break in and rob us right now? What's up,
Yes, sir. If I may, Sister Masara said, death is us abandoning our God.
That's closer towards what he said, but you know what I'm saying? Okay. But so this cat, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why he didn't go to jail that night was because he grew up with us. But this cat is homeless and on Fetty trying to break into a damn train stop. When we don't grow old to like 120 with all our grandbabies and our family around and give out inheritance and then just close our eyes and go off. We get 50 bullets put in us on, you know what I'm saying, and a ring cam picks it up. There's a difference between dying and being put to death. You understand? It's very different between how we laid a brother to rest and, you know what I'm saying, anoint his body, pray over it, put him in the ground, give him an honorable burial, and him getting the electric chair. You understand? The Lord gives us the electric chair now in his way. You know what I'm saying? Christ conquered death because the wages of sin is what?
Death.
So why were you supposed to be put to death? Because it's capital punishment. You understand? So he conquers death by what? By giving us a shot at life. You understand? We do get to connect to the Most High. We aren't separated from him anymore. However, you understand, our brothers and sisters who are separated, how do they go? Y'all don't hear the horror stories?
Coming through the electric chair. I mean, just what happened.
You don't just see what happened the other day that you know what I'm saying, that cat killed his whole family in Louisiana? That's death. That's all that's in the world. That's all that's out there. That's the phone calls of me catching up with people. It's everywhere. You understand?
Go, sir.
That's what Christ conquered. Because all of us in here, we're not dying like everybody in the world. Even if a brother like does pass, you know what I'm saying? It's peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like brothers ain't out here just, you know what I'm saying, getting turned into Swiss cheese over old beef. You understand?
Come on, sir.
What were you gonna say? Okay. Any other question? Any questions online? Any other questions in the room? All right, let's talk about the hoes. I'm so confused. I'm so perplexed. I don't really understand it, especially even seeing certain things on social media that I just can't comprehend. What's different about Meg Thee Stallion's relationship than any other hoe in the world? Nothing? Not a goddamn thing. She just a known hoe. That's it. But this is what I'm so confused about, right? Because I'm hearing, oh, he was supposed to be monogamous. You know, sis, your granddaddy had a side piece. And your grandmama knew about it. But she didn't care because she was put up. You understand? She didn't have to worry about it. He didn't bring no mess home. Everything was fine. And now here's the interesting thing. This is what I'm trying to figure out, right? Because this is also my problem with hoes in the world. You know what I'm saying? And to a sister to be married to somebody in here and or claim to be in the truth and you sharing opinions with hoes in the world, you know, Salakia, I might end up in council for this, but birds of a feather flock together. You know, my opinion is not one of my own. My opinion is Commandant General Yohana's opinion. You understand? I told y'all, Commandant General Yohana said the sky is purple. I tell you, you don't know what blue is. I don't disagree with my brothers. You understand? I don't disagree with the truth or what the general teaches. But even if I was to try to take my mind and insert it into the world, do you know what else I hear from these women in the world? You ain't got enough money for multiple wives. Ain't that what they say? Right. Here's what I want you to do. What's this cat's name? Clay Thomas? Somebody look up Clay Thomas's net worth for me real quick. Yeah, I can't wait to hear this.
140 million.
It's what?
140 million.
$140 million. He could have 100 wives. Give each one of them $1 million and have 40 million left over. We understand each other? Wait, hold on. Hey, you know what I've heard? Y'all ever hear this phrase? Cheating is a rich man's sport. Ain't that what they say? Now, but Nick Cannon, a rich man, but he got too many baby mamas. Ain't he paying for them kids? Oh, you mean to tell me that there's a little bit more to this? See, y'all love monogamy so much. You know who believed in monogamy? The cat who killed that sister in Tanzania. Weren't they monogamous? What happened to that sister? They can't even get her body home right now. Hey, let me ask you something. Is Donald Trump married on paper? Was he on Epstein's Island? Is he monogamous? How much money did Diddy have? Was Diddy married? I don't think he was married to Cassie, but he was married to somebody, wasn't he? Meanwhile, he having all the freak offs in the world. Anybody want to tell me why Bill Gates got divorced? Because he was an island boy trying to make it. All the people that you think are monogamous are not monogamous. None of them are. That's it. None of them are actually monogamous. Why are you concerning yourself with affairs of the world? Why are you concerning yourself with an institution that God did not set up? Why are you concerning yourself with the woman who made WAP? What are we doing here? What are we even talking about? You know what the problem is, sis? Now, sis, let me, sisters, Capt.10000 Chaataza loves y'all. All right. Let me tell y'all something. Okay. Let me help y'all out. Monogamy has failed Meg the Stallion. But Meg the Stallion is a whore. Is this who you want to be like? For those of you that's out there, do you want your daughter, if y'all got a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, to listen to the song WAP? You're going to let her watch the music video? Do you want your daughter to grow up and be like Meg the Stallion? So why are you going to bat for her relationship? I understand. Let me teach you what I learned in Hebrew Academy. Everybody loves Yahweh Shah, and everybody loves the truth until it hurts. Maybe you don't love the truth as much as you think you do. You understand? Because the brothers who got them Hebrew Academy covers, they overcame pain to be here. What are you willing to do to be here? Oh, you'd rather be with Meg. You understand? Do you know that Klay Thompson gifted Meg the Stallion with a $300,000 gift? I'm just saying. Do you know when he said the relationship changed? When she asked for 6 figures a month allowance. This is a whore. You have to pay her to be with her. You understand, Lord Christ? And if you don't pay her, then the dynamics of the relationship changes. Do you know what they call women who open their legs for money? Prostitutes. You know what the Bible calls them? Harlots. Which one of y'all is jealous of the hoes? Is that it? You guys want to go and I understand. You want to be Meg. Well, Meg is crying on Broadway. That's what she's doing. She's doing shows and she's crying right now. You know why? Because monogamy is a joke. That's why. Because it's not real. because you have something sick and white inside of you. You believe and you trust in this world. You don't trust in the Bible. You have something sick and selfish inside of you, and that's your battle. And that's your struggle. And you could be mad at me all you want. I didn't write the rules. You understand? I didn't say eating crab, shrimp, and lobster is an abomination. The Lord did. And have nothing to do with me. This record was here long before me. Will be here long after. You understand? I'm my bones turn to dust. These are the facts. What's your real beef, though? Is it because your man got another woman? Do you think that man went and got another woman because of you? Is that what the problem is? Is that why you feel like you're falling short in the relationship? Because you feel like you weren't enough? So why don't you rise to the occasion so you could have enough self-esteem if your man decides to do what is his God-given right to do in the first place? Because you can't turn around and tell me that you believe this and you believe in the truth. Why don't you believe in that? I ain't never see a sister share scriptures about multiple wives. Any sister that want to teach sis, I don't need you to know who Nimrod is. Take care of your husband's rod. You ain't got to worry about Nimrod.
Right.
That's who you got to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need you to break down John 3:16. I got officers all around me right now who could break down John 3:16. You know, I said this a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? If you know more scriptures than recipes, you understand, and you're a sister, we got a problem here. You think I need you to be a prayer warrior? I got real warriors. Why don't you go be a warrior in that kitchen? Maybe if you learned how to cook, your husband wouldn't be out prowling everywhere. Maybe he'd want to stay home. You ever see a dog that roams the street? You know the dogs that stay home? The ones that's fed. The ones that you know what I'm saying, they roll over, you rub their belly, they're comfortable. They're enjoying the comforts of home. You know the dogs that roam? The ones that don't like home. Are you mad at Meg, or do you suck at being a wife? Now, this is just a broad brush statement. This is just, you know what I'm saying, if you a size 8, you know what I'm saying, then this shoe fits you. I'm not talking of or at this moment thinking of anyone or anything specific. I'm really just thinking about things that I've heard from women in the world. Women in the world, because Meg got cheated on, want to go cheat on their man. Anybody know what happens if you sleep with a man who's not your man? It's called adultery. Are we celebrating adulteresses? Is that what's happening right now? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering. I'm just trying to understand. Because does when we talk about the Bible, even when you talk to y'all ever talk to an Israelite, like a sister who thinks she's an Israelite, but she really just a hoe in a head wrap? Y'all ever talk to one of them? And then when you bring up multiple wives, you know what they say? But you're not Solomon. Solomon built a house for every one of his wives. Klay Thompson got the money to build all his wives a house. Side house, a guest house. He could have a side house for the side piece. What my brother Chaataza say? I got a rib, but every entree come with a side. You think you effing with me? You found comfort in lies. Bars, yo. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like isn't this what the Bible says? What does Deuteronomy 21:15 say? Anybody want to read that for me? Hold on. What is the first 5 books of the Bible? Anybody want to tell me? The Torah? What is Torah? Law? Huh. So if I go to Deuteronomy, that's in the Torah? That's in the law. So we're about to read something from the law? Interesting. Deuteronomy 21:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 15. If a man have 2 wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have both borne him children, both the beloved and the hated.
Hold on. Do this again.
If a man have 2 wives,
One wife.
2 wives,
One wife only.
2,
Monogamy.
2,
O-N-E.
dos,
Achad.
2,
Uno.
2,
If a man have what?
2 wives,
Oh, so there's a law. Interesting. Go ahead.
one beloved and another hated.
Ah. You got a woman you love and a woman that you can't stand. I see why he got the other one. Interesting. Go ahead.
And they have borne him children.
And they have what?
Borne him children.
And they both bore him children. He had a baby with both of them because both of them are his what? Wives. See how that works? Good.
Both the beloved and the hated.
Both the beloved and the hated bore him children. Go ahead.
And if the firstborn son bare hers that was hated.
But the firstborn son is of the one that he hates. You see how I just knew that the one that he hated, he had first? Ain't that something? Read on.
Then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated.
The Lord is going to make sure that you do not penalize your children for what their mother has done to you. And that the firstborn, that is not a reason what his mother does for him to lose his birthright. You understand? Reuben didn't lose his birthright because of what his mama did. You understand? Reuben lost his birthright because of what he did. The Lord is righteous. He won't let you take out on your children what, you understand, the mother has done. This is in the law. You understand? Give me Isaiah. Y'all know what I want. 4th chapter. Let's slow walk this one. Let's digest this one. Let's take our time.
Verse.
Isaiah? What does 4:1 say?
And in that day, 7 women.
Whoa, hold on. In that day, what?
7 women.
How many?
7.
Good.
Women shall take hold of one man.
7 women shall take hold of one man. Go ahead.
Saying, we will eat our own bread.
Listen, we ain't even worried about your money. This ain't a rich game. This ain't a rich man's sport no more. Good.
And we will wear our own apparel.
He ain't got to worry about clothing us, the shopping sprees, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I got it. And I went and got a communications degree at blah, blah, blah university. I'll be all right. Good.
Only let us be called by thy name.
They just want to be called by your name. They just want to be the wife of such and such, the wife of this one, the wife of that one. Let us be called by your name. They want to be Officer Yakalsrib, Officer Kapayar. He like, I don't know if I want anymore. But I don't know if you got a choice. It did say lay hold. They gonna lay hold on your ass. Good?
To take away our reproach.
Your what?
Reproach.
What does reproach mean? If we don't know a word, what should we do? Look it up.
expression or rebuke or disapproval, disgrace,
Good.
To clear themselves of their bad names, so their sins.
Their bad reputation. Because does anybody know what led up to this? Where are we right now? Isaiah what? Isaiah 4. Anybody know what led up to this? It's not a trick question. Isaiah 3. Let's go read Isaiah 3.
Isaiah chapter 4, verse 3.
No. Isaiah chapter
Oh.
3.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts.
Drop down to verse 16.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are
The daughters of Zion are what?
haughty,
Are what?
haughty,
Are what?
haughty.
Haughty. What does that word mean? Let's look it up. The daughters of Zion are haughty. Now, we're talking about the reproach, right? Who's supposed to take away the reproach? Good? Just say it. The man. You. You're supposed to take away the reproach. You're in here. Why don't you let the man take away your reproach? Since being called by his name is what lets the world know that you're not Meg the Stallion. Because the Lord, otherwise, if this man is not taking away your reproach, the Lord said the daughters of Zion are haughty. Read that definition.
The definition of haughty. Haughty is an adjective describing someone arrogantly superior, disdainful, or snobbish, acting as if others are beneath them.
You're a bitch. You think you're better than everybody else? You think you know better than everybody else. You're proud. You have a look on you like you're better than anyone and everything. This is why you don't listen to anybody, but guess who? Another dumb hoe. Is that your general?
So I was gonna say the main reason a lot of sisters be leaving their husbands because the best friend.
Because Satan. Keep reading.
Are we still in Isaiah chapter 3?
Yes.
Okay.
We left off on haughty.
What was on verse?
Ain't it funny how like 3 and 16 always hitting?
And walk with stretched forth necks.
And what?
Walk with stretched forth necks.
Instead of stretched forth neck, their heads held high. If you're not stiff neck, you don't. Where's a sister supposed to be like? Humble.
Right.
You understand? With they head covered. Y'all got a damn t-shirt or something? That look weird, don't it? Cause sister, you're supposed to be humble. You know why? You know why you're supposed to have your head covered? So you know something's above you. That's why. But you know what? You're haughty. That's what the Lord said. You're haughty with a stretched forth neck. Read on.
And wanton eyes.
And what?
And wanton eyes.
And what's wonton mean?
Look around.
Let's see. I mean, we got to know the definition of words to break these down. Because y'all supposed to go on the streets. What you supposed to do? Teach.
Wanton describes actions that are malicious, unjustifiable, or deliberate, often done with reckless discard for safety or consequences.
Ain't that a hoe? I want y'all to just think for a second, right? Y'all done been through some things in your life. You understand? Some of us been locked up. Some of us been homeless. You understand? Some of us, we all done been through some hell. Think of the worst thing that a brother ever did to you. Right? Okay. Now think of the worst thing a woman ever did to you. Do you see how every single one of y'all turned your head to looking away as that memory burned? Didn't it burn a little bit? You still feel the sting. Like alcohol on a wound. Yeah. Do y'all see the difference? How many brothers done been put to death because of a woman? How many fights? Did y'all see the movie Troy? Y'all see that? Wars have been fought over women. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. That's the wonton eyes. And that's them eyes that be choosing. Yeah. I know. Real. That's because this is real life. This is universal and practical knowledge. Read on.
Walking and mincing as they go, and making a tingling with their feet.
You understand? They just loud. You understand? It's like you got to be seen. You want attention.
Chicken head.
You don't know how to be a mystery. You understand? You got to be the center of goddamn attention. You got to be out the sunroof shaking ass in the car doing donuts. You got to be FN. What FNF? Read on.
Therefore, that's 17. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab.
Therefore, the Lord will smite thee with a scab. Where's this scab going to be?
The crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
This is why Jada Pinkett Smith is a bald bitch. Right here. Talking about she got alopecia. You understand? This is why your edges won't grow. You understand? Your attitude and your service to the Lord and your Lord, you understand, your hair is directly tied into that. The rice water ain't going to help. None of it. The milk baths, none of it. You understand? Until you learn how to shut your goddamn mouth. This is why your head fried right now. And let me tell y'all something. The longer the weave, the more evil the Eve. That was bars, right? I think I might have got that for Jeremiah. I get everything for Jeremiah. I can't remember who said that. Good.
Watching a video of what I remember watching a video of what she said. I had to search it up real quick, but she said this, and it struck me. I was like, "Oh my goodness!" She said, "Her happiness is her own responsibility, not Will Smith's." Admitting that despite his efforts, She had to find fulfillment internally.
What fulfills her is destroying Will. That's what she loves to do. She really hates that man. I don't know what they got on each other. I don't know what crazy prenup is holding that marriage together, or what dastardly secret.
Dwayne
Raise your
Martin.
hand. Good.
Dwayne Martin.
Whatever. I don't know what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? I seen the funniest thing ever when it was like when you want to kill her, but then she'll just be with Tupac. Some people say that's why she bald. Yeah. Nah, this is why she bald right here. Isaiah. Read on.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Oh, the Lord gonna find out. You understand what that you accepting every arrow in your quiver, and not this Chaataza. Go ahead.
In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery and their tingling ornaments about their feet, and their coals, and their round tires like the moon,
Good.
the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets and the earrings.
Do you know that there was a town that like black women's hair was so well done and so beautiful that like they were forcing women to cover their hair? Like, let me see. So somebody Google this. See if you could find the city that made a law that banned black women from wearing their hair. They started decking everything out with ornaments and like, do you see how these sisters design things? You know what I'm saying? Like when a sister's in her right state of mind, she coming to truth how fly she be looking, all the ornaments and everything they be. Have you ever seen them Gadites and they garments that they put together? Brother, it is a sight to behold. I can't remember what city it was. I don't know if it was in Louisiana. It was definitely somewhere in the south. It was a whole damn city that banned black women from wearing their hair. Mm-hmm.
Tigon laws in New Orleans, Louisiana.
It was Louisiana.
Okay.
Get me an article on that, Baba Gashar.
Come on, Kaza.
Good.
It's the article of WMC F-bomb. The history of banning black women's hair. When I turned 12, I started faithfully straightening my hair every single week. By the time I was 14 years old, therefore, I had straightened my hair at least 104 times, at least. But eventually, my hair started to fall out. Okay, it's like, okay, let's go down to the stigma is not just an issue in and of itself, but one that sits at the intersection of a. Right, I got it. It's right here.
So I'm gonna just read this for you. The Tingon Law was in 1786, an edict in Louisiana that forced free women of color to cover their hair with a tingon or headscarf to distinguish them from white women. However, women creatively resisted the oppression by adorning these headscarves with elaborate fabrics, jewels, feathers, transforming them into symbols and beauty and their defiance. You understand? Like this is the statements that sisters make. You get what I'm saying? To the point where your hair could be so beautiful that they ban it. And even when they do ban it, you still deck it out. That's what we're reading about here. You mean to tell me this ain't us? When you ever see a Jewish woman look glorious? They shave their head and put wigs on. They all look bland and malnourished and like they're ready to perish at any minute. They look wasted away because they're Esau. Go ahead.
The rings the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins,
Good.
the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils.
Because you're haughty, this is why the Lord takes all of this away. You understand? Read on.
It shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, they shall be
It
stink.
shall be what?
Stink.
What?
Stink.
Why your pH balance is off. You understand? It's why you smell like the crab legs you're eating. Oh, seafood boil hoe. Good?
And instead of the girdle, a rent.
A what?
A rent.
You understand? Meaning ripped. You understand? Shredded, tattered. Good?
And instead of well set hair, baldness.
What?
Instead of well set hair, baldness.
You understand? Will Smith's wife. Bald. Read on.
And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth. And,
Yeah, good.
and burning instead of beauty.
Brother. You understand? Hell. Reproach. But let's go back to Isaiah. All these terrible things that we just read about. You understand? All these awful things that we're discussing that the Lord said he's going to do to you because of your stiff neck, your elongated neck, your wanton eyes, and your haughty nature. Read Isaiah 4:1.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man,
Good.
saying, we will eat our own bread.
Now here's what I need. Here's what I need y'all to understand too. And this is not now I'm talking directly to the Akim. All right. In that day, we're in that day. Right. You understand? Which means we're in the day where these women are haughty. We're in the day where these women are fried. We're in that day. So what you got to realize is when you do decide to take on these women, when you do decide to take on multiple wives, you're bringing all the problems. You understand? It's up to you to take away that reproach. You gotta do what Commander General Johannes says and win her. That's what you gotta do. You gotta deal with all the issues. You gotta deal with all the mishaps. You gotta deal with all the oops. You gotta deal with all the mood swings. You gotta now. Some women are better than others. Matter of fact, I want you to look that scripture up in the Apocrypha when it says, a woman shall receive any man, but one daughter is better than another. You grab that, hold that scripture. But what I want y'all to realize is the responsibility that comes with it. And it's just not an all you could eat buffet. It's not a free for all. It's not, I want some from over. I want 3 from this tribe and 3 from that tribe and 3 from that tribe. And you understand all that said and done. Understand that then you got 9 reproaches to take away. Yeah, that changes things, doesn't it? Read on.
And wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by their name to take away our reproach.
All that reproach that we were talking about, sister, you got to understand this is where it gets taken away from. Because of these brothers, that's going to have 6 other women. And if you don't know and you don't comprehend that, maybe the other 6 will. Maybe they'll be a pleasure to be around. Maybe they won't be haughty. Maybe their pH balance isn't off. Maybe they're not a burden to him. You understand? Maybe they're not a liability, but they're actually an asset. Good?
So that remind me of King David when he was dealing with what's her name? The sister that he got from is it King Saul?
Mhm.
Yeah, her whenever he was dancing with all the ribs, everything, and then she was like, oh, what? Why you doing this? Pretty much, he was like, oh, all right, then I ain't gonna have a child with you. Then just left her, by herself.
Never gave her a child. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, I haven't done anything yet, but the things I'm gonna do tonight, it's like that meme where it was like no coochie for you tonight. No coochie from you. Facts. Read what you got over there, Baba Kasha.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36 and verse 21. A woman will receive every man, yet is one daughter better than another. Verse 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better.
Run it back. Run it back from the top.
Come on, God, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36 and verse 21. A woman will receive every man.
A woman will receive every man. Brother, it is not hard to game up a woman. You understand? That's why you gotta have a woman with integrity. You gotta have a woman that curve niggas. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a woman that your heart does safely trust, because a woman will deal with any man. Like the point of this scripture is not even so much as what the woman does. It's for you. It's you can't pick a woman for the same reason that a woman picks a man. You know why so many relationships fail with women? Because their father didn't pick their man. If you were to canvas, you know what I'm saying, 100 women in this, especially in this society, I'm almost certain 100 for 100, every single one of them will tell you that their father would not have approved of the first man that they slept with. I could almost bet my life on it. I might go 99 out of 100 if my life's on it, just to be safe. But I'm almost so certain that 100 for 100 is gonna say that. And it's because what your father wants for you is not what you want for yourself as a dumb girl. Because women confuse the chemical reaction in their brain that is caused from flattery with love. Because when you young, yeah, baby, of course I love you. Yeah, oh yeah, you the only one for me. This, that, and the third, XYZ, all that. You could just say whatever you want and she believes it until she gets hurt. Then she gets hurt and she get damaged so much that now it's like, oh, you got to show me you dealing with trauma and this and that. And Lord, there's so much to unpack there. But the point that I'm making is, as a man, you can't just love a big butt and a smile. See, you know what a woman said? What's your type? Big arms and nice eyes. See, sis in the back laughing. How many times you heard that? How many times one of your girlfriends is just like, ooh, girl, his arm's so big. Come on. I know what I'm talking about up here. You can't pick a woman for that. You understand? Because that booty ain't what raised the kids. Her mind is. Yeah. Do y'all know where babies come from? Do we have to have this conversation? Where's the whiteboard? Is this what we need? I need a whiteboard right now. What? I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Yet is one daughter better than the other. It's like better than another. Verse 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance.
Slow down and run it back. It said one daughter is greater than another. Brother, you better find that daughter that's greater. You understand? Because nobody forced you to open up her legs, man. You understand? Now this is what you got to deal with. And some women need to be micromanaged and need more maintenance than others. You understand? Not every one of these is the same. And you better have the wisdom to know it. Otherwise, you will learn wisdom from pain. That's what will happen. Pain will be your educator. Pain will be your schoolmaster. And maybe next time you'll choose wisely. You understand? Somewhere along there. Read on.
Verse 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance.
Now, brother, but ain't that the truth? What my man Method Man say? Nothing make a man feel better than a woman. Queen with a crown that be down for whatever. You know what I mean? That's one of my, I listen to that song. You know why I never really wrote too many songs for sisters? Because I feel like everything that needed to be said was on that track. You want to know how I feel about you, baby? You're all I need. Right there. It's right there. And then he ended that verse with "You, my nigga." And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I told my rib the other day, like for the first time ever, I'm like, yo, you a real nigga. She's like, thanks. You are too. Yeah, read on.
And a man loveth nothing better.
Listen, man, I understand there's nothing more that we love, man. Listen, you really fall in love. You really feel like you know what I'm saying? You found something, you found your joint, you found your peace. You gonna understand James Brown's A Man's World. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna understand. Like you could just go look at Shorty and be like, girl, she just make you want to do man shit. Just want to power wash your driveway. You know what I'm saying? Like you just want to go paint the kitchen. Yeah, I could do that. Mountain TVs and you know what I mean? It feel good. There's nothing greater. See, here's the thing. Here's what you got to know. This is peak masculinity. Opening that jaw for your rib. Now, can I give y'all some peak femininity? Bringing him the jaw, even if you could open it yourself. Yo, let me tell you, so I had my rib turn around and tell me, like, we were having this in-depth conversation. You know what I'm saying? She was like, and this probably like slipped out, and she was like, I know I got to stroke your ego. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, you know that? You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm not trying to let her know I'm impressed right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sitting here like, damn, who getting gamed up? Like, game me up, baby. Like, I'm on board. What do you want? I'll build you a deck right now. Is home? What time is it? The Home Depot open? I'm about to go mix concrete. I understood. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm such a simple creature. You know what I'm saying? It just be little things like that. But that's another thing. Y'all see how happy everybody just got thinking about a memory or something like that? Because that's what a woman can do for you. That's the power that a woman has. Now flip it to the other side. Y'all remember that burn from earlier? When I said think of the worst thing that a woman ever did to you. Everybody in here went like this. Like, what were we looking away from? It's like it's not even happening right now. But we had to leave the moment. We all left reality for a minute. I understand. It burns. It's like I understand. And then think about that greatest comfort. And better than a cool breeze on the beach, boy. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of, we need to go to the beach. We somewhere. I'm trying to tell you. We need to go to the Gulf of America. Yo, they're sick. Yo, the white man is the devil. Oh my God. Keep reading.
Verse 23. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue.
Brother. If there be what?
Kindness.
Brother, I look for that in a woman. Kindness, man. Like I'm so attracted to kindness. You know what I mean? Like, and not even just that, but like, let me tell y'all something. You know what I'm saying? There's a sister in this school. I love her so much. You know what I'm saying? She got an incredible husband. And let me tell you something. She showed me so much kindness. And do you know what I knew about this sister? I knew she had an amazing head. I knew that man took away her reproach. You know what I'm saying? Because she said something to me this one day that I said, if anybody ever harmed you, I would kill them. I wouldn't even lose sleep over it. I wouldn't care how many years I had to go sit. That's what kindness can do. Now imagine, you understand, your woman talking like that. Brother. You understand, like, kindness is so important. Take it off anybody in the school. Take it off anybody in here. Take it to a sister outside. Who the sister in the neighborhood that everybody look out for? The kind, you understand, elderly woman, you understand, who nice to everybody, feeding people, looking out. That's Miss Such and Such. You understand? You get your ass whooped disrespecting her. That's how it's supposed to be. This is what the hell it's supposed to be, man. Kindness. Where'd my reader go? You got it?
If there be kindness, meekness,
Man. Like a real humility. Meekness, good.
and comfort.
And I mean, isn't that all we want? Isn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, more than likely, you're not gonna get it. But isn't that what you want? I'm trying to tell you, I don't know about y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta fight principalities in high places, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and army. Like, we gotta fight the earth. I gotta come home. You think I want to argue with you? Man, I will. And I'll win. You think I really want to? Read on.
In her tongue.
In her what?
In her tongue.
Because your mouth is not supposed to be a weapon of mass destruction that you do to argue with and berate men all the goddamn time. Shh. For love. Can you do that? Yeah, that felt peaceful, didn't it? That felt great. Go ahead. What's up?
Then is not her husband like any other man or
Okay.
like other men? It's like verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
A what?
A possession.
A what?
A possession.
Go ahead.
A help like unto himself.
Man, brother. Go ahead.
And a pillar of rest.
Brother. Having a pillar of rest. somebody who's capable, who can aid you, and instead of being a goddamn anchor, man, the relief that you understand, can love and experience. That's why, man, choose wisely. Because again, that could be the mother of your children. That could be the difference between hell and $250,000 in child support and peace. You understand? We're already in a recession. Jobs are scarce, money's scarce. You want to pay child support on? You want your wages garnished on top of that, brother? I'm trying to tell you. You have a question? Good.
It really starts.
While he's doing that, could you check if there's questions online, Baba Kasha?
It really starts at verse 1, but I'm gonna read verse 5. James chapter 3 and verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a member a little fire kindleth.
Man, you understand how something so small could cause something so big, man. You got to be able to control your speech. You got to be able to control your spirit. That goes for men and women. You understand? But in the same reason of why we value them or they value us, we got to acknowledge that we're different. And sis, you got to understand that there's a way to talk to a man. And there's a way to talk to him that he will actually hear you. It's like love and respect for a man is tied into the same thing. Like you disrespecting him is taking away your love. How you want me to be kind or cool to you if you're delivering disrespect? I'm trying to tell you. Keep reading. Any questions? Okay, good. Pause that for a second. Let's see what the questions say.
It's like it, sir. There's a question online by Laura J. Johnson. What happened to a man when he sleep with another man's that don't belong to him? Is he a manhole?
If a man sleeps with a woman that belongs to another man, I don't understand.
So what happens to a man when
I don't understand the dynamic. Could you read it again?
It says, what happens to a man when he sleeps with another man's woman that doesn't belong to him? Is he a manhole?
He's an adulterer. And if you do that in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, you'll be kicked out and you will wander the dry places until Yahweh comes back and destroys this place. You know what he is to me? Nothing. He doesn't exist anymore. Any other questions?
Sir, that's it.
Okay. Back to that scripture, Baba Kasha. You got a copy, y'all? Baba Kasha.
Verse 24, right?
I believe so, yo.
Come on, verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Verse 25. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled.
Brother, where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. You got to put a hedge around your property. You understand? You got to put a guard around it. You got to protect it. Good?
And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning.
Good.
Verse 26. Who will trust a thief well appointed that skippeth from city to city? So who will believe a man that hath no house and lodgeth wheresoever the night taketh him?
You understand? Because it's like you got to look at it like, and that's what's so interesting is that's something that even is in the world. You know, people look at you more stable when you got a wife. You know what I mean? It's damn near like if you ain't married by a certain age, people is like, what's wrong with him or her? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? What's going on over there? You got some cultures. I talked to this sister, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know if she was a sister. I do know she was from Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if she was a Hamite or not. You know what I'm saying? Because She claimed to have some kind of lineage ancestor. So in conversation with her on Clubhouse, she was telling me that their family is so strict. If she got pregnant, nobody would ever see her again in America. Like if she wasn't married, all that, you know what I'm saying? They would have snatched her up and sent her ass right back to Africa. You know what I mean? At a certain age in their culture, man or woman, they'll start looking for suitors for you and picking courtships. You know what I'm saying? Because it's damn near like if you got a daughter who's not married by a certain age, you messed up as a parent. Because like, what's wrong with your child that nobody wants her? What's wrong with this woman that no man will tolerate her? Trying to tell you. So it's really about it's damn near like you got to think about like when the scripture says, how can you serve in the house of the Lord if your house isn't in order? You know what I mean? Like, how could I think that you could raise men if your kids come inside here and just start pissing in the corner and coloring on the walls, and you know what I mean? It's like brother, man, like get your own house in order. How could I put you in charge of this when you I can't give you step C, D, E. You ain't even got step A and B down. Think about it in that capacity, man. You got to understand the job that you're taking on inside of that position. And that's what I be trying to explain to people, man. I'm gonna give y'all another story, right? I was talking to I used to teach in the trade schools, and I used to get some kids that was fresh out of high school. You know what I'm saying? They'd be 17, 18, 19 years old, right? And I remember there was this one particular class, you know what I'm saying? And I remember we had a conversation with them. They were asking for certain advice. I remember there was one kid, and he was like, I'm just gonna say Mr. Cap, because I ain't giving you all I'm not doxing myself right now. But it was like, oh, Mr. Cap, man, I fumbled a baddie. And I'm like, okay, continue. And he started running through all these things. And I looked at him and I said, you could never date my daughter. And he was like, what? Mr. Such and such, why? Why not? What? I thought you liked me. I'm like, I do like you as a student, but you're a boy. You're not. If I was your father, I tell you, you are not ready to date. Because everything that you told me, first of all, you said I fumbled a baddie. So you wanted a gold star. You wanted you know what I'm saying? You wanted to come to the cookout and for me to be like, I see you, nephew. You wanted a trophy. Everything that you told me about her was superficial. You didn't say she was kind. You didn't say she talks to me like this. You didn't say she's good with kids. There's nothing that you said to me that shows me that you value this woman for anything that you should value a woman for, that you want to be with, that's for the long term. And if you think you just using my daughter for pleasure, you're out your goddamn mind. So now he started recalibrating his thought process. So then this other young man starts talking to me. Now he starts talking about this woman that he was with like she was a dog. She was this, she was that, she was such and such, she's a schmut, she's the just talking about, you know what I'm saying? Now he's 17. He was, you know what I'm saying? He needed a permission slip to be in school because he didn't turn 18 yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he graduated high school. I think he just, however his birth date fell, whatever. And I'm just letting him talk. And then everything that he said, I said, you know, you told me more about you than you did her, right? And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, you acting like you this high value, great person. I'm like, if you so great, why would you be with a woman you think so little of? Shouldn't you ante up? Shouldn't you be dealing with somebody who's of your caliber? You must think very low of yourself if you think that low of her and then you gave your body to her. I'm like, first of all, you a boy. What you doing grown man business for? You know what I'm saying? His perspective changed. Because a mistake that you can make like that young, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like these kids was just starting off. Yo, man, focus on your trade, focus on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta tell another one. I'm like, bro, you trying to do this, that, and the third. I'm like, do you know how much money you gonna be making once you leave here? $15 to $18 an hour. You live in the tri-state. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna be taking $400 home a week. What about taxes? That means you're taking 3 and change home. The average rent, you don't even got enough money to cover the average rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you focus on your trade, getting a better position? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, now you go out, you talk, you flirt, whatever. I'm not telling you be a pariah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, like, the things that you focused on right now, you know what I'm saying? You here for the wrong reason. Now apply that in the truth. Apply that here. There's a reason why we say, you know what I'm saying, that sisters are off limits, you know what I'm saying, for 6 months. There's a reason why it takes, you know what I'm saying, 90 days for you to even become a trooper. There's a reason why while you're a trooper, we're observing you. You know what I'm saying? To see if you're even worthy to sit in these ranks, to even get the opportunity to take your officer's test. Anybody can't sit in here. We don't want everybody, and we're not watering down these ranks. Be damn, bro. You only as strong as your weakest link. And we ain't gonna have no weak links. You know what I'm saying? Like I promise you, that's why I mean I love that t-shirt that said stronger by subtraction. You know what I mean? Listen, you know what I mean? You ever get the dead ends cut on your hair? If you haven't, you should. You know what happens? Your hair grows immediately because all that damage was preventing the growth. I seen that happen to a tree. There was a tree with rotten branches. For a whole summer, the tree didn't bloom. Following summer, I watched it get pruned. It bloomed bigger than I've ever seen it before. This happened in New York. There was 6 of us in New York. 6 of us. Every battle that you watch, Imam Bashir, Amin Ra Squad, Conscious Community, Polite, Under the Jail Right Now, all that. Most of the time, it was about 6 of us out there. That's it. Just us. It was Captain Zaya, Captain Shamawa Allah, myself, Captain Zakar, a brother by the name of Barak Anayah, Kwara Ya Allah, 7, and Mapataza. That was it. And Kwara came later. So Kwara was the 7. So it was those 6 initially. Then Kwara came. Shout out to my brother Kwara Ya Allah. And in all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are all that we had in those moments, right? We got forged, bonded. We started to realize how this was. During that time period, especially when you first coming in, you got to be able to change. You got to be able to focus. You got to be able to learn this. You got to shed the old you, the old person, because you have no idea how many things that you picked up over the years that are toxic. You have no idea how many things over the years. And now imagine bringing that into your relationship or having that into your relationship. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So when you apply all them skill sets, there's a reason why we say, you understand, not to focus on that for the first 6 months. There's even a reason, like I said, even with the 90 days, we're trying to see who you are. We're trying to see if you're one of us. And then even when you become an officer, somebody got to vouch for you. Somebody got to stand for you. Somebody got to put their name and their reputation on the line that this man is one of us. I had it happen when I was a trooper. I had it happen when I got invited to council. Had it happen when I got raised up. Somebody has to turn around and say, I know this person and what they're capable of and what their caliber is. And you want to be able to build that reputation up. And you know where else you want to be able to build that reputation up? Think about it like this, right? How many of y'all were rebellious in the world? How many of y'all took orders from people in the world? That's okay. You know you listen to your mama. You a good kid. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, right? You know why y'all come in here, pick up camp equipment? You know why y'all come in here, say con out of one con? You know why you conform, take checkings, do the hard thing? You know why I did? I couldn't find fault. I couldn't find error. So if this place is not wrong, then I'm wrong. If there's nothing that I think should be changed about here, then the only thing left to change is myself. Now I got to commit. Why is your woman going to submit to you if she finds fault in you? Being a priest is a job, is it not? If you act out of character in here, or if you act out of character in the streets where you're supposed to be teaching, is anybody going to look at you as a man of God? If you start acting out of character with your woman, is she going to look at you like a man? Y'all starting to see it's a job? If you acted a fool or childish with your kid or something like that, he gonna respect you? Being a father is a job. Being a priest is a job. Being a husband is a job. Well, guess what? Being a wife is a job too. That's for the sisters. But guess what? The onus of it is gonna be on y'all. And that's why this is not to take accountability from any sisters, but I promise you, you could do everything right in a relationship except pick the right woman. And guess whose fault that is? It's yours. Now, does that mean that the Lord won't deal with her or there shouldn't be repercussions for her actions? Nah. But there's another thing, right? And this kind of ties back in to another thing that I talked to one of these kids about. He tried telling me something about his baby mama and all this, and started going crazy and this and that. I'm like, yo, there was a time where you didn't think that. You think that now because you didn't know her. You had no clue who the hell she was. You learned later because you didn't take your time. Because you didn't go through that period. Because you ain't have no hard conversations. You just slept with each other coming out the club and it was convenient. That's the whole issue. So now you in this hell-like condition. But here's the thing though. What was sick inside you that you were attracted to her sickness to begin with? Because you liked that craziness before, but you don't like it now? Get to know the truth. Get to know this work. That's why the scripture says, they that have wives, don't matter if you got 5, 7, 10, whatever, shall be as though they have none. You understand? Like when you on that corner on Saturday, you understand this is your wife. This is what you're guiding. This is what you're protecting. This is what you're upholding to a point of a reputation that you do not stain. This is where you do not fall out of character. This is where you stick to the script and you stick to protocol and where you follow orders, because this is the Lord's program. This is not our program. And anybody who don't want to be a part of this program, don't worry. The Lord said he could raise up stones. He don't need you. He don't need me. He does not need Capt.10000 Chaataza to do all these wonders and all these miracles and all that. He don't need any general, captain, officer, trooper. Said he can do this with rocks. So how much more should we be locked in? You understand me? So as a result, man, moral of the story. Do not get a Meg the Stallion. Moral of the story, Meg is a 304. All right. And brothers and sisters in the world are not representations. You don't seek counsel with them. You understand? Celebrities are not your leaders. They are not your role models for relationships. You understand? And you know, you out here looking for hope in a failed relationship. What are we doing? Questions? No. Let that breathe. No. Saki, would you mind checking the computer again just to make sure we didn't miss any questions? If not, we got 9 minutes left. Oh, man. I did want to talk about chariots. Good.
It comes from Sister Labaya. What do you mean by don't seek counsel with those in the world? Can you elaborate on that, Baba Kasha?
What I mean is, someone in the world. Let's make it a very succinct example. You need marriage counsel or advice, and then you go and you ask a single sister in the world, what does she know about keeping a marriage together when she doesn't keep a man? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you just go to any doctor? Or do you look up the reviews and you make sure that this is a specialist inside of this field? Like, if you had to get brain surgery, and this brain surgery, there was a 30% chance that you could die on the operating table. Are you looking for the best doctor in the world or the worst doctor in the world? Looking for the best doctor in the world. You want to make sure that you're in the 70 percentile. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying, die off 30%. Well, why would you go seek counsel from somebody who doesn't believe that sex is marriage? She doesn't believe in the strict rules and culture that we abide by. What advice could she tell you? Leave him, girl. You don't need him. You could do this. You could do that. When Christ said to stay. You understand? You go and you seek counsel from people who understand this way of life and this culture. Not your mama in the world, not your auntie in the world, not Satan, who's your best friend. You understand? It's damn near like, you know, why would you talk to somebody who's single if you want to be married for 30 years? Shouldn't you talk to somebody who's been married for 30 plus years? 25 years, 20 years? Because you can't keep a relationship past the one night stand. You can't get past the 2-year mark. Why are we listening to somebody who is not an expert in the field of this study? It don't make no sense. You have to go to somebody who's qualified. And with my man Aaron the plumber, you're not qualified, queen. Your home girl's not qualified. General Mahayman's qualified. Captain Zaryak is qualified. Captain Yatazak is qualified. Capt.10000 Chaataza is qualified. Salakia for going out of order. They're qualified. These are the qualified counselors in which you can trust will safeguard your life with instruction from the Lord. Now, you don't believe me, just watch. We'll see where you are. We'll hear the horror story. You understand? That's it. If you want to learn the hard way, I'm tired of learning the hard way. I don't want to learn the hard way no more. I want to just listen to instruction. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tarnish my reputation. And I always want the Lord to be with me. I always want the Lord to be with us. And I don't ever want anyone around me to be harmed because of something that I did. And now the Lord is not with us, because what you do can affect your brother, your sister, your children, your wife. You understand? Like, you got to realize, brother, like, was it Ezekiel or Elijah that his wife dropped dead? It was Ezekiel, right? Lord was like, go out there and prophesy. He's like, but my wife. What wife? And you better not shed a tear. Y'all got a dark sense of humor. Y'all all laughed at that too. I feel like New Yorkers would have laughed at that. We're all a little sick in here for laughing at that. I didn't even laugh. I freestyled that too. But y'all chuckled at that. I just want you to know, I know all of you a little better now. You got a question? Good.
If your wife pass away, can you get a different wife?
Absolutely. And if your wife was still alive, you can get a different wife. And guess what? You would be able to keep both of them. Now you have 2 wives. What comes after 2?
3.
You could have 3 wives. What comes after 3? After that,
5.
count up to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You could have 10 wives, all alive, living and breathing. But you know what? You got 10 reproaches to take care of. Lord be with you, young man, in all of your endeavors. If I was you, I would not focus on girls right now. What I want you to do, I want you to focus on having fun, mastering skills. Try as many things as you can. If you want to draw, if you want to play soccer, basketball, I want you to try as many things as possible. All right? You got a question too now?
So what my brother said, so you have to be rich to have like 10 wives because like
I'm rich and
you
I got
need-
money for both of you. Come in. You too. Come on. For y'all bravery today. Y'all be so good in class all the time. We giving money out like General Mahina. That's how you get the wives, young brother. No, I'm just playing with you. Okay, what's your question?
So you have to be really rich because if you would have 20 wives, you would have to have 10 beds. So that would mostly mean you have to have 10 bedrooms.
Or what if I had 10 rich wives and they all took care of me? Because their money's my money, ain't it? Go find you a rich woman. Get out of hand. I'm going to tell you the same thing. You ain't got to focus on girls right now. I want you to focus on learning, studying. You understand? Listening to your mom, following the truth, having fun, and whatever you decide to try and do, try the best at it. Both of you. That was the same advice for both of y'all. All right? Y'all got all the time in the world. It's beautiful. All right. Any other questions? No? With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Chaataza.
All right. This is the ISUBK security announcements. We are the ISUBK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Mishra means tenth in Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priest. It's not mandatory and it's whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. It is the Feast of First Fruits. Starts after Sabbath, unleavened bread, sundown, Sunday, April 12th of 2026. You count 50 days, celebrate the 50th day. And starting Sunday, May 31st, 2026. Start before sundown. You can find and read this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 through 22. Brothers and sisters, remember to check the bulletin board when you walk out. I'll be right there. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. And this will conclude the Isupk security announcements. With that, Amajim, which means to stand. I'm going to give one courteous salute to the brothers. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahal Bashim Yahal Shah Barakatah. Yajim Matah. We're going to turn and face sisters. Sisters, you can stand. We're going to give one courteous salute to the sisters. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahal Shema Alatah Bashim Yahal Shah. Yajim Matah. Class is missed.